Welcome to my 2023 room tour. If you remember my room tour from last year, I said this. I have a lot of big plans for my room, basically as a New Year's resolution. And I think I've nearly accomplished that New Year's resolution. Starting with all the changes I've made compared to last year. One of the very first things you may notice is my actual webcam that I'm using. It is the Logitech Brio 4K webcam, as I stated in last year's room tour video. I would definitely say it works better than my old one. It has better quality at least, and does the job. Especially compared with my studio lights here. I mean, they're not studio lights, they're off-brand. They're from Amazon. I think the brand is Vajim or something, I don't know. They do the job. You know, they're not high quality. They just light up my face, and here you go. And I'm gonna go ahead and point out the elephant in the room. That is the Torchlit floor lamp, which is also from Amazon. But a lot of the stuff from Amazon, if you didn't notice. I'd say it's pretty good. I recently got it. I didn't 100% think that it would be the best thing. I'm not 100% satisfied with it yet, but I'll see what I think of it in the, coming months. Another one of the main changes that I wanted to make was to change my cable management issue. It's not 100% fixed. I would say it could be a lot better, which is why recently I actually bought some cable management stuff that should be coming in the next couple days. I'm going to try to very much make this so you don't see any cables at all. Some changes that I made to my desk are I got a new speaker. It's a Red Dragon speaker. I'm not sure what the number is. I'll put it in the description if y'all want to check it out. I definitely think it's a lot better quality than my old one, which literally had like no brand at all. I don't even know what it was. Another thing, I got an audio interface from Focusrite. Just the Scarlett Solo is like the most basic one you can get. Just because I wanted to start doing some recording stuff with guitar, and it does the job, I'd say. Also got a new clock here just because my old one was just old. And of course I got a Switch OLED finally. Like 2 of my friends got one, and I was like, okay, I'm the Switch guy. How do I not have an OLED yet? So I finally just copped one. I finally just pulled the trigger. It's the console I use for my actual videos now. I don't use my regular one anymore. That one I use for just regular TV use. Of course, another main one on the desk here is I got a new mouse pad. It's one of the earliest things that I got it off Etsy, because I wanted a topographic design mouse pad, and I couldn't find one that was red and black. Finally found one. It was like $65, which is like overkill in my opinion, but I still did it. And as usual, I also copped some new figures up here. They're all Animates by Glitch. I love all of their shows, and I've been trying to collect all of their Animates. I currently do have all their Animates. I have some back here. They're sitting there on my nightstand currently. My new nightstand, actually. Got some new LEDs in there, and I have a Gobi table lamp on top of it, which actually is usually above my dresser, but because the tree's there, just went ahead and moved it down there. Still looks good though. I also went on a new kick of mine, basically, where I've been getting a lot of the games that I've always wanted from all the other consoles that I have. Because I used to have only like 2 or 3 games per console, and I was like, bro, we gotta fix this. So, I've actually bought all of the games that I had on a list of mine that I wanted. 2 of them haven't come in yet, but they're on the way. And just recently, I actually changed my Switch thing that was here that held all of my controllers on it to having these individual shelves sitting there, which I really like this design a lot better. It's a lot more sleek and it's not as cliche. And of course, I added another guitar to the collection. It's a Jackson X Series Soloist SLX DX in satin red swirl. A big ass mouthful. I really love the design and I needed it for another tuning. That's one of the first guitars that I saw when I started looking, and I was like, I need that. Another music related change is my albums up there. I added, I'm pretty sure, 1 extra one. I know I got the Garage Inc. one in the last room tour, so I think the only other new one up there is 72 Seasons. And I went ahead and moved Load and Reload on the wall over there where the tree is. I like how I did it too, with the cool, separated kind of look. Pretty cool. And yes, I know my tree is only half lit up right now. Literally like 2 days ago, for some reason, half of the tree just stopped working. So I have to like put new lights on it or something. Now let's get into the subject of my main New Year's resolution. I wanted to add a lot more RGB lighting into my room. I'm not done yet by any means. I need to put a lot more light strips around the place, but we're getting there. What I was able to add though, besides the stuff already listed, were the pug lights that I mentioned in the last year's room tour in the handheld shelf over here. I think it makes it look a lot better compared to last year, because last year you couldn't even really see anything that was in the shelf unless I had the actual handhelds on. Also added some Govee light bars behind my monitor back here, because this was always super dark, and this really lit it up back here. It's great. This isn't too important either, but I went ahead and put a new light strip behind my TV just because I had a cheap one back there. Put a Govee light strip back there. I think it just looks a lot brighter, and I was able to put it under the TV itself. I also put a light strip on the back of the desk over here just to help with the darkness back here. And the last thing were the RGB acoustic panels that I have on the wall, which I actually have a story about that. Right when I got them, I only had 6 up there. It was a small design. I wasn't 100% satisfied with it in the first place, but it did the job. It covered the wall, and it was a lot better than the Logan that was up there. But for some reason, about a month or so ago, the bottom panel that has the cable going into it, for some reason that input stopped working, and like the whole thing turned off one day. And I couldn't really figure out what was going on with it, so I was able to get a free new set with it, with 6 new ones, and all I had to do was put that new power panel there, and the whole thing worked. So I was literally just able to add those 6 other ones on there, and it made a way bigger design, and it fills up the wall a lot better, and I love it. It looks amazing now. And as per usual, now I'm going to go into the changes that I still want to make to my room. Starting with the lighting, I want to put an RGB light strip on the very bottom of my desk on the underside. I really think that'll just, make it look a lot closer to everything else that's around it. There's a lot of other places I want to put RGB light strips, like behind my pull-out shelf here that has my controllers, my game cases and guitar cleaning supplies, as well as my tripod and mouse pads and all that. As well as behind the handheld shelf here, I think a strip right behind there would really lighten up that area over there. Still not sure about these other 2 places, but maybe also putting one behind the amplifier back there. I still don't know if that'll look good or not. I think it'd look a little weird, but I'd have to see. And last year I originally wanted to put a headboard behind my bed back there, but with the guitar now I can't really do that. So the only other place I can put lighting over there would be like under the ottoman or right under the bed. Still not sure about those 2 places, but I'm still working out the quirks on it. I also want to add a tall light bar that goes from the floor up in between the wall and the dresser over there, because I think that'll really light up that corner a little better, especially with the lamp that's usually up there. And these 2 things I'm still not 100% sure about, but I thought about adding Govee Glide wall lights or Govee Glide hexa lights around the room somewhere on the walls in some open places, like maybe above the doorway of the closet or the doorway of my regular door, or maybe somewhere around the guitars over here, because that area is very dim compared to the rest of the room. And I've thought about putting maybe a light bar behind my bed back there, right under the guitar, because there is a space right there that can easily fit a light bar that can shine up or something. Still not sure about that, but thinking about it. And lastly are my cable management changes. As I said before, I do really want to fix it up a little better than I currently have. So I have already ordered some Vivo Underdesk 17-inch cable management trays. And if you flip around the other way, you just see a black wall, basically. And you wouldn't see cables at all, or power strips, or nothing. Also went ahead and ordered some Smart and Cool silicone magnetic cable ties, which could easily work on the legs of my desk, and it would be a lot better than using tape or Velcro strips. And I ordered some Velcro cable management sleeves that could go where the outlet is, or behind my monitor I have that big rope of cable, and the little area over here by my DVDs and stuff. And I may use some cord cover raceway kits. Not sure where I thought about behind the monitor, but I think that sleeve would look a little better. Or over there where the acoustic panels are, there's that one cable. So I haven't figured that out yet. 2 other minor things that I thought about doing are like removing the globe on top of my dresser, because I've realized that there's a big shadow over there, and if I remove that, it'll definitely eliminate that shadow. So, and maybe adding a rug where I'm sitting right now. I've thought about that for a long time, but I still haven't figured out if I want to do that or not. And as per usual, I got a Christmas present early. I got this thing. It's a MIDI controller, and I'm going to be using it to control my online amplifier. I know none of you have any idea what the hell I just said, but let me show you. So for example, let's say I'm on a clean tone right now. Okay. And then this thing, just click one of the buttons, and I'm on distortion now. Pretty cool. It holds several, and you can literally like change the channel, and then all 8 buttons go to a completely different preset. Like we can go to a Metallica one right here. Let's just hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Originally, what I had to do is I literally had to go on here every time I wanted to change it. Like I'd be in the middle of playing a song, and then I'd have to come up here and I'd have to click this, go to user, and then scroll down, do all of these, and pick the exact one that I wanted, which took like 2 years, so this is so much easier. And now it is time for my Christmas presents that I got this year. Starting off, I got a charging stand, a new one, to replace the Mario one that's over there. The only reason I got this one is because it can actually charge more of the controllers that I have. Because that one's only limited to like the main regular Pro Controllers. Now I can charge at least like 2 or 3 more that are up there, which is fantastic. Minor thing here, I got Kirk Hammett picks. I'm confused on that because I also got these James Hetfield picks. I use these all the time. These are my favorite picks. So why did I get these? Look, I'm not ungrateful or anything. The thing is though, the difference between these and these is like catastrophic. These are massive. They have grip things on it to make it so it's easier to hold, and they just feel really well. These things are tiny, and they're like a completely different design, so I don't know how these things are gonna feel at all. Back to gaming stuff. I got these 3 games. I got Mario Power Tennis, I got Mario Party 5, and Mario Strikers Charged. Yay! And then I got a shit ton of movies. Just, there you go, you can see which ones I got there. I also got a carrying case for my Switch OLED. It's got like a cloth inside. None of my other ones have that. Also got this Metallica shirt. Real nice. And a True Timber shirt. I didn't even expect this one. This was just out of the blue. It's because it has a snake on it, like that one Metallica album. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. This should be the last video of the year, so see you in 2024.